As the project got underway, Ryder and his team discovered that the Zillerans had been preparing for this convergence for centuries. They had built vast networks of energy conduits and stabilizers throughout the galaxy, designed to mitigate the effects of cosmic disturbances. However, many of these systems had fallen into disrepair or been destroyed over time. The Council authorized a massive effort to reactivate and repair these ancient systems, with the hope of averting the looming crisis. The Shrouded, now fully integrated into the Council's operations, played a crucial role in this effort, using their advanced knowledge to assist in restoring the Zilleran technology. As the deadline approached, the sense of urgency grew. The galaxy's inhabitants, from the core worlds to the farthest outposts, were made aware of the situation. Evacuation plans were prepared for the most vulnerable systems, and defensive fleets were positioned to respond to any unforeseen events. On the eve of the predicted convergence, Captain Ryder and his team gathered on Citadel Prime's Central Command Center, monitoring the situation closely. The Starborn, who had remained enigmatic and distant throughout the preparations, suddenly appeared in force, their luminous forms orbiting key sites across the galaxy. The Starborn communicated once more, their message resonating with a deep, resonant tone. They acknowledged the Council's efforts to prepare for the convergence and offered a final warning. The galaxy was about to undergo a fundamental shift, one that could either lead to a new era of enlightenment or plunge it into chaos. As the convergence began, the galaxy's inhabitants watched in awe and fear. Stars flickered and dimmed, energy fields fluctuated wildly, and the very fabric of space seemed to ripple. The ancient Zilleran systems, now reactivated, worked tirelessly to stabilize the situation, guided by the efforts of the IUI and the Shrouded. In the midst of this cosmic upheaval, Captain Ryder received an unexpected transmission, a message from the source of the initial warnings. The message was brief but clear: prepare for the awakening. Before Ryder could fully comprehend the implications, the convergence reached its peak. A blinding flash of light enveloped the galaxy, and for a moment, everything went silent. When the light faded, the galaxy was changed. The energy fluctuations ceased, and the stars returned to their normal states. But something was different. Across the galaxy, beings of energy and light began to appear, beings similar to the Starborn, yet distinct. These new entities introduced themselves as the Starseeds, the dormant guardians of the universe, awakened by the convergence. The Starseeds explained that the convergence had been a natural cosmic cycle, a reset that occurred once every few eons to restore balance to the universe. They had been in a deep slumber, only to awaken when the balance was threatened. Their role was to guide and protect, working alongside the Starborn and other cosmic entities. The Starseeds' awakening brought new hope and uncertainty. The galaxy was entering a new era, with the Starseeds offering guidance and wisdom. The Council, humans, Shrouded, and other species faced the daunting task of navigating this new reality, with the potential for unprecedented cooperation and growth. Captain Ryder, now a key figure in this unfolding saga, felt a profound sense of purpose. The galaxy, with its myriad species and cultures, stood on the brink of a new dawn. The challenges ahead were immense, but so were the opportunities. As the galaxy adjusted to the presence of the Starseeds, a new chapter began. The Starseeds, alongside the Starborn, offered to share their vast knowledge with the Council, helping to advance technology, understanding, and harmony across the stars. The Shrouded, having proven their sincerity, became full members of the Galactic community, contributing their unique perspectives and abilities. The Interstellar Unity Initiative evolved into a broader organization, the Galactic Harmony Alliance, dedicated to fostering peace, exploration, and understanding among all species. Captain Ryder continued to play a pivotal role, now as an ambassador and advisor, guiding the galaxy through this unprecedented time of change. The galaxy was vast, and its future was uncertain, but the inhabitants were ready to face it together. The story of the Galactic Council, humanity, the Shrouded, the Starborn, and now the Starseeds was far from over. As new alliances formed, mysteries unraveled, and challenges arose, the galaxy's tapestry of life continued to weave its intricate patterns. And so the journey continued. The galaxy, with its endless wonders and possibilities, awaited the next chapter. The beings of light and energy, alongside their flesh and blood counterparts, stood ready to explore, protect, and discover. The stars beckoned, and the adventure was only just beginning. Cooperation among the various species, and preparing for potential cosmic threats. Captain Ryder was appointed as the head of this initiative, his leadership during the recent crisis having earned him widespread respect and trust. The first order of business for the HFY was to deepen the understanding of the Starborn and the ancient civilizations that had once interacted with them. A massive expedition was launched, featuring a diverse array of scientists, diplomats, and military personnel. Their goal was to study the ancient sites and relics left behind by the Zillerans and other precursor civilizations, seeking clues about the galaxy's past and the true nature of the Starborn. One such site, located on the planet Exarath in a remote star system, was believed to be a significant Zilleran outpost. As the expedition team arrived, they were awed by the towering ruins and intricate carvings that adorned the landscape. Among the team was Dr. Alara Sinclair, a renowned xenologist who had dedicated her career to studying ancient alien cultures. She led the archaeological effort, meticulously documenting every discovery. During their exploration, Dr. Sinclair and her team uncovered a hidden chamber deep beneath the ruins. Inside, they found an advanced data repository containing vast amounts of information about the Zillerans and their interactions with the Starborn. The data revealed that the Zillerans had once possessed a sophisticated understanding of the Starborn's nature, viewing them as cosmic guardians tasked with maintaining balance across the universe. However, the records also indicated that the Starborn's definition of balance was not aligned with the interests of most intelligent species. They saw themselves as above the conflicts and concerns of lesser beings, intervening only when they deemed it necessary to prevent significant disruptions to the cosmic order. This often led to devastating consequences for civilizations caught in the crossfire of the Starborn's interventions. The data also contained detailed star charts and coordinates of other Zilleran outposts, each potentially holding more information about the galaxy's history and the enigmatic Starborn. The IUI quickly organized expeditions to these sites, hoping to piece together a clearer picture of the past and devise a strategy for the future. Meanwhile, back on Citadel Prime, the Council grappled with the challenge of integrating the Shrouded into the galactic community. While many Council members were still wary of the Shrouded's motives, the dissident group's revelations had opened a path to dialogue. The Shrouded leadership, under the watchful eyes of the Council, pledged to share their advanced technologies and insights into the cosmos, seeking to prove their commitment to peace. This collaboration led to significant technological advancements, including new energy systems, defensive measures, and medical breakthroughs. The Shrouded's expertise in manipulating energy and matter provided the Council with tools they had never imagined, boosting their defensive capabilities and preparing them for potential future threats. However, not all was smooth within the Council. Tensions rose as different factions argued over the best approach to dealing with the Starborn and the Shrouded. Some believed that the Council should pursue a policy of appeasement and cooperation, while others advocated for a more cautious, even militaristic stance, fearing that the Shrouded might still harbor hidden agendas. Captain Ryder found himself at the center of these debates. As a bridge between humanity, the Council, and the Shrouded, he worked tirelessly to mediate disputes and foster understanding. He pushed for a balanced approach, advocating for the continued exploration and study of the Zilloran sites while maintaining a vigilant stance against potential threats. One day, during a routine council meeting, an urgent message arrived from one of the Zilloran excavation sites. The team had uncovered a functioning Zilloran beacon, which, when activated, sent out a signal into deep space. To everyone's shock, the beacon received a response, a series of cryptic transmissions from an unknown source. The messages, after extensive analysis, were found to be warnings. They spoke of a coming storm, a convergence of cosmic forces that threatened to disrupt the very fabric of reality. The source of these transmissions remained a mystery, but their content was clear. The galaxy was on the brink of a significant and potentially catastrophic event. The Council, now fully aware of the gravity of the situation, convened an emergency session. The possibility that the Starborn were involved in this impending crisis was high on everyone's minds. The Shrouded, too, seemed agitated, their leaders expressing concern that this might be related to the Starborn's activities, or perhaps another, even older threat that had once challenged the cosmos. As the days passed, the tension grew. The Shrouded's presence stirred unease among the Council species, who were still wary of their past actions. Rumors spread, and trust was fragile. Amidst this, Ryder received a covert message from an unexpected source. A group of Shrouded dissidents who claimed that Zethrax and the Shrouded leadership were not being entirely truthful. The dissidents revealed that the Shrouded had indeed encountered the Starborn, but had not been entirely honest about their motives. They sought to harness the Starborn's power for themselves, intending to use it to regain their former dominance. The Shrouded's offer of assistance was a means to manipulate the Council into helping them achieve this goal. Ryder faced a dilemma. The information from the dissidents, if true, meant the galaxy was in greater danger than ever. He brought the evidence to the Council, sparking a heated debate. Some members wanted to cut ties with the Shrouded immediately, while others urged caution, not wanting to provoke a conflict without definitive proof. As the Council deliberated, the Starborn's approach became undeniable. A massive energy signature, unlike anything previously recorded, was detected heading toward the Galactic core. The Shrouded, upon learning of the dissidents' revelations, pleaded their case, insisting they only sought to protect the galaxy from the Starborn. But the trust between them and the Council had been irreparably damaged. With time running out, the Council made a fateful decision. They would confront the Starborn using all the resources at their disposal, including the Zilloran star weapon. The Shrouded were allowed to assist, but under strict supervision, with Captain Ryder and his team playing a crucial role in overseeing the operation. The combined fleet of the Council, humans and Shrouded, gathered at the Galactic core, where the Starborn were expected to emerge. The tension was palpable as they awaited the arrival of these cosmic beings. When the Starborn finally appeared, they were a sight to behold, massive, luminous entities that seemed to distort space around them. The Starborn, however, did not immediately attack. Instead, they communicated in a way that transcended language, conveying a sense of curiosity and ancient wisdom. They had been awakened by the disturbances caused by the Zilloran construct and the Shrouded's activities. The Starborn saw themselves as caretakers of the cosmos, intervening only when the balance was threatened. The Shrouded, desperate to prove their intentions, proposed a risky plan to contain the Starborn's power. However, the dissident's warning weighed heavily on Ryder's mind. In a bold move, he decided to reveal everything to the Starborn: the Zilloran history, the Shrouded's true intentions, and the Council's fears. The Starborn listened, their luminous forms pulsing with what could only be described as emotion. They acknowledged the galaxy's complexity and the diverse motivations of its inhabitants. They agreed to a temporary truce, promising not to harm the Council or the Shrouded while they deliberated their next move. In the aftermath, the Council faced a new reality. The Shrouded, while potentially dangerous, were no longer an immediate threat, and the Starburn's presence loomed large. The galaxy had changed irrevocably, with new alliances and uncertainties shaping its future. Captain Ryder, now a key figure in these galactic events, was tasked with leading ongoing negotiations and preparations. The Council and humanity worked tirelessly to understand the Starborn and develop strategies for coexistence. The Shrouded, under careful watch, contributed their knowledge, hoping to atone for their past and find a place in this new order. The journey ahead was fraught with challenges and unknowns. The galaxy, vast and filled with countless mysteries, awaited exploration. The humans, alongside their allies, were determined to navigate these uncharted waters, seeking peace, knowledge, and a brighter future for all species. And so the story continued. The humans and their allies, united in purpose, stood ready to face whatever lay beyond the stars. The galaxy's tapestry of life, with its intricate patterns and endless possibilities, was theirs to explore, protect, and cherish. The adventure was far from over, with new chapters waiting to be written in the saga of the Galactic Council and humanity's place among the stars. As the galaxy adjusted to the presence of the Starborn and the tentative alliance with the Shrouded, a new era of exploration and diplomacy began. The Galactic Council established a special division called the Interstellar Unity Initiative, IUI, tasked with fostering. Captain Ryder, now a respected figure across Council space, was appointed as a liaison between the Council's military and scientific branches. His strategic mind and experience with both the Vorak and the Zilloran construct made him the ideal candidate to lead the exploration and defense initiatives. One of the first missions under this new mandate was to investigate a series of anomalies detected near the galactic core. These anomalies bore a striking resemblance to the energy patterns of the Zilloran construct, suggesting the presence of similar technology. A joint task force, including human and council scientists and military personnel, was assembled to explore the region. The expedition was led by the Dauntless, with Captain Ryder at the helm. Alongside it were vessels from various council species, each contributing unique expertise. The journey to the galactic core was perilous, navigating through dense star clusters and regions of intense gravitational fields. But the crew was determined, driven by the prospect of uncovering new knowledge. Upon arrival, the task force encountered an enormous, ancient space station, another relic of the Zillarans. This station, however, was different. It was active, its systems humming with power. The crew's initial scans revealed a wealth of data, including advanced star charts, historical records, and most intriguingly, a message. The message was a distress signal from the Zillarans themselves. Translated, it spoke of a great threat that had once nearly wiped out their civilization, a force known only as the Shrouded. The Zillarans had built these stations as part of a vast network designed to monitor, and, if necessary, contain this threat. But the message warned that the Shrouded were not truly defeated, only dormant. As the crew absorbed this revelation, alarms blared across the station. The sensors detected a disturbance, a fleet of ships emerging from a nearby nebula. These ships, unlike anything seen before, were sleek and dark, emitting an aura of foreboding. The task force braced for an encounter, but instead of attacking, the new arrivals transmitted a message. The leader of the fleet introduced themselves as Zethrax, an envoy of the Shrouded. They claimed that their species had evolved beyond the physical realm, existing in a state of pure energy and consciousness. The Shrouded, Zethrax explained, had once sought to unify the galaxy under their control, believing it was the only way to bring order to the chaos of the cosmos. However, they had been defeated and scattered by the Zillerans. Now the Shrouded sought redemption. They claimed that their time in exile had changed them, and they no longer desired conquest. Instead, they wished to share their knowledge and help the galaxy prepare for an even greater threat, a cosmic entity known as the Starborn, which they had encountered during their travels through the void. The Council and human representatives, communicating through Ryder, were skeptical. The history of the Shrouded, as told by the Zillerans, painted them as a malevolent force. However, the Shrouded insisted they were sincere, offering to share their advanced technology as a gesture of goodwill. A tense negotiation followed. The Council, wary of the Shrouded's intentions, debated whether to trust them. Meanwhile, Captain Ryder and his team continued to explore the station, uncovering more about the Zillerans and their efforts to protect the galaxy. They found evidence of a powerful weapon, hidden deep within the station, capable of harnessing the energy of stars, a potential countermeasure against the Starborn. As negotiations progressed, a faction within the Council argued for caution, suggesting the Shrouded might be using the threat of the Starborn as a ploy to gain influence. Others believed the potential benefits of the Shrouded's knowledge could not be ignored. In the end, a compromise was reached. The Council would accept the Shrouded's offer of assistance, but with strict oversight and conditions. The Shrouded provided technology that enhanced the Council's defenses and expanded their knowledge of the cosmos. They also shared their understanding of the Starborn, describing them as ancient beings of immense power, capable of consuming entire star systems. According to the Shrouded, the Starborn were awakening from a long slumber, and their emergence could spell doom for the galaxy. Meanwhile, Captain Ryder and his team uncovered the star weapons controls within the Zilleran station. The weapon was a double-edged sword, capable of immense destruction but also a potential last line of defense. The decision to use it, should the need arise, weighed heavily on Ryder's mind. As the team worked to decipher the Zilleran technology, they inadvertently triggered a system. The construct began to hum with energy, and a holographic interface activated. A figure appeared, speaking in a language the translators struggled to decipher. However, the message was clear. The construct was a defense mechanism designed to protect the galaxy from an existential threat. Just as the team began to piece together the Zillerans' purpose, alarms blared throughout the construct. The energy readings spiked, and the entire structure began to vibrate. Ryder and his team raced back to the Dauntless, barely making it aboard before the construct emitted a massive energy pulse. Outside, the task force watched in awe as the pulse spread out, sweeping across space. The dark phenomena that had plagued the outer systems dissipated, revealing the stars once more. But the relief was short-lived. Sensors picked up an incoming fleet, an armada of ships, each bearing the insignia of the Vorak. The Council had believed the Vorak's defeat was decisive, but it seemed they had underestimated their enemy. The Vorak had retreated to the Dark Sector, where they had been constructing a new fleet, shielded by the dark phenomena. Now, with the Zilleran construct's pulse clearing the way, they were making their move. Ryder quickly coordinated with the task force. They couldn't allow the Vorak to gain control of the Zilleran technology. The battle that ensued was intense and chaotic. The Vorak's new ships were even more advanced than before, equipped with weapons and shields the likes of which the Council had never seen. Despite being outnumbered, the task force fought valiantly. Ryder, ever the strategist, utilized the construct systems to their advantage, using its defenses to repel the Vorak. But the enemy was relentless, and the task force began to sustain heavy losses. Just as the situation seemed dire, reinforcements arrived. The Council, having received the distress signal, had sent additional fleets. Among them were the humans, bringing their latest technological advancements. The tide of battle shifted as the combined might of the Council and human forces pushed the Vorak back. In a final, desperate gambit, the Vorak tried to detonate the Zilloran construct, hoping to destroy the task force and escape. Ryder, however, anticipated the move. He led a daring assault on the Vorak command ship, personally leading a team to disable their controls. The operation was a success, and the Vorak fleet was neutralized. With the immediate threat over, the task force turned their attention to the Zilloran construct. The Council and human scientists worked together to study the ancient technology. They discovered that the Zillerans had created the construct as a safeguard against cosmic-scale threats, a failsafe left behind by a civilization that had foreseen the dangers of the galaxy. The Council decided to keep the construct as a defensive measure, with strict protocols to prevent its misuse. The humans, now fully integrated into the Council's workings, played a crucial role in its maintenance and understanding. As the task force returned to Citadel Prime, they were hailed as heroes. The alliance between humanity and the Galactic Council had proven its worth once again. But as they celebrated, Ryder couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning. The galaxy was vast, full of ancient mysteries and unknown dangers. The Vorak, though defeated, had hinted at a larger network of hostile forces lurking in the shadows. And so the journey continued. The humans and the Council, now united in purpose, set their sights on the stars. Together, they would face whatever challenges the universe threw at them, forging a path toward a brighter future. The story of the Galactic Council and their human allies was far from over. It was only just beginning, with endless adventures and discoveries awaiting them in the uncharted reaches of space. As the celebration on Citadel Prime settled down, the Council and humanity faced the reality of the galaxy's complex landscape. The Vorak's unexpected resurgence and the discovery of the Zilloran construct were stark reminders that the galaxy held many secrets, some of which could be dangerous. In the following months, the Council focused on consolidating their newfound alliance with humanity. Joint scientific endeavors were launched to study the Zilloran construct and other ancient technologies scattered across the galaxy. These projects aim to uncover the history and capabilities of lost civilizations, hoping to use their knowledge to safeguard against future threats. And so the story of humanity in the stars continued, with new adventures and challenges awaiting them on the endless frontier. The Vorak might have been beaten, but the universe was vast and full of mysteries. The humans, with their indomitable spirit and ingenuity, were ready to face whatever came next. As the stars shimmered in the infinite expanse, Captain Ryder and his crew looked ahead, knowing that this was just the beginning of their journey. The galaxy was a big place, full of wonder and danger, and humanity was ready to carve out its place among the stars. And so the legend of the humans, the bold defenders of the Galactic Council, continued to grow, with new tales of heroism, adventure, and discovery unfolding across the cosmos. The story would never truly end, for as long as there were stars in the sky, there would be humans ready to explore, defend, and inspire. With the Vorak threat temporarily neutralized, the Galactic Council had a moment to breathe and regroup. The aftermath of the battle left many systems in disarray, and the Council worked diligently to rebuild and strengthen their defenses. The humans, having proven their worth, were invited to become permanent members of the Council, an unprecedented honor for a species previously viewed with skepticism. As the Council's newest members, the humans brought fresh perspectives and innovative technologies. They quickly became involved in various initiatives, from technological research to cultural exchanges. Captain Ryder and his crew were hailed as heroes, and the Dauntless became a symbol of hope and resilience throughout the galaxy. However, even as the Council and humanity celebrated their newfound alliance, a new challenge emerged. Reports began to trickle in from the outer fringes of known space about strange, unidentified phenomena. Entire star systems were going dark, and ships sent to investigate were never heard from again. The Council dubbed this mysterious region the Dark Sector. Concerned, the Council convened an emergency meeting. Scientists, military leaders, and diplomats from all member species gathered to discuss the phenomenon. Speculation ranged from natural anomalies to the possibility of an entirely new threat. Captain Ryder was among those called to the Council chambers. His experiences with the Vorak and his reputation for thinking outside the box made him an invaluable asset. As he studied the reports, a pattern began to emerge. The disturbances seemed to follow a path, leading directly toward the core worlds of the Council. This isn't random, Ryder concluded during the meeting. It's deliberate. Someone, or something, is targeting us. The Council members murmured among themselves, their expressions a mix of concern and fear. Councillor Excelicor, representing one of the oldest species in the Council, voiced the question on everyone's mind. But who and why? Before anyone could respond, a transmission interrupted the meeting. It was from one of the exploration ships sent to the Dark Sector. The screen flickered to life, showing a harried and disheveled crew. Behind them, the viewport revealed a swirling vortex of darkness. "This is Captain Elena Vos of the ISA Pathfinder," the transmission crackled. "We've encountered something. It appears to be a massive construct, unlike anything we've ever seen. We're being pulled in." The transmission cut off abruptly, leaving the chamber in stunned silence. Ryder immediately took action. "We need to investigate. Gather a task force of the best ships and crews. The Dauntless will lead the mission." The Council approved the plan, and within days, the task force was assembled. Alongside the Dauntless were ships from various Council species, each bringing unique capabilities to the mission. Together, they set a course for the Dark Sector. As they approached the region, the crew of the Dauntless prepared for the unknown. The mysterious construct, now visible on long-range sensors, loomed ahead. It was a colossal, multifaceted object, emitting strange energy readings. Upon arrival, the task force established a perimeter around the construct. Ryder led a boarding party to investigate, accompanied by scientists and security personnel from various species. As they docked with the structure, they were greeted by an eerie silence. The interior was vast and dark, filled with strange, ancient machinery. The team split up to explore. Ryder's group discovered a central control room, where they found evidence of a long-lost civilization. The symbols and architecture suggested a race known as the Zillerans, who had vanished millennia ago. But why had they built this construct, and why was it active now? The Galactic Council, a conglomeration of the most advanced and wise species in the known universe, was facing an unprecedented crisis. For eons, they had maintained peace and order across the stars, mediating disputes and guiding civilizations toward prosperity. But now, an ancient enemy, thought long extinct, had returned, the Vorak, a warlike species with advanced technology and a singular drive for conquest. The Council's defenses, formidable though they were, had been breached on multiple fronts. The Vorak, with their relentless swarms and devastating weaponry, seemed unstoppable. Panic spread through the Council's ranks as they realized their fleets were being systematically decimated. Desperate for a solution, they turned to the one species they had always kept at arm's length: humanity. Humans had a reputation among the council species. Known for their unpredictability, resilience, and innovative strategies, they were often seen as too chaotic to be fully trusted. But now, in the face of annihilation, the Council had no choice but to call upon them. The transmission went out to the Sol system, and within hours, a response came back. The humans were intrigued by the challenge and willing to help. They mobilized their forces, and within days, a fleet of human ships, led by the flagship UNSC Dauntless, arrived at the Council's Central Command Station, Citadel Prime. Captain Alex Ryder, a seasoned veteran and renowned tactician, stood at the helm of the Dauntless. He was briefed by the Council leaders on the situation. The Vorak had taken several key systems and were advancing rapidly toward the heart of Council space. Time was running out. Captain Ryder, said Counselor Selachor, a high-ranking member of the Council, "We are at the brink of extinction. We need your help to turn the tide." Ryder, known for his calm demeanor even in the direst situations, nodded thoughtfully. "We'll need to see the full tactical data on the Vorak. Their strengths, weaknesses, fleet movements, everything." The Council's analysts quickly provided the data. Ryder and his team pored over the information, identifying patterns and vulnerabilities in the Vorak's strategy. The Vorak were heavily reliant on centralized command and control systems. Disrupt those, and their forces would be thrown into disarray. Ryder formulated a daring plan. The humans would lead a series of feints and skirmishes to draw the Vorak into a trap. Meanwhile, a special task force, consisting of the best infiltrators from humanity and other Council species, would strike at the Vorak's command ship, disabling their communications and command structures. The plan was risky, but the Council had no better options. The humans quickly deployed their forces. The initial skirmishes went as expected, with human ships engaging the Vorak and then retreating, luring them into the trap. The Vorak, confident in their numerical and technological superiority, took the bait. As the Vorak fleet approached the designated coordinates, the human and Council forces sprang their trap. Hidden fleets emerged from behind gas giants and moons, surrounding the Vorak. At the same time, the infiltration team, using cloaked ships and advanced stealth technology, boarded the Vorak command ship. Inside, the team fought their way through the corridors, facing fierce resistance. But they were well-trained and highly motivated. After intense combat, they reached the command center and planted charges on the core systems. Moments later, the charges detonated, and the Vorak command structure was thrown into chaos. Their ships, unable to receive orders, faltered. Captain Ryder seized the moment. All units, full assault, pressed the advantage. The Council and human fleets launched a coordinated attack, decimating the now disorganized Vorak forces. Ship after ship fell, and soon the once unstoppable armada was reduced to wreckage. The battle was won. As the dust settled, the counselors expressed their gratitude to the humans. "You have saved us," said Counselor Selachor. "We were wrong to doubt you." Ryder smiled. "Humans are unpredictable, but that's our strength. We'll always find a way." But even as they celebrated, Ryder knew this was only the beginning. The Vorak were a formidable foe, and this was likely just the first wave. The humans and the Galactic Council would need to be vigilant, ready to defend against whatever came next. The galaxy had changed that day. The humans, once considered outsiders, were now seen as essential allies. Together with the other species of the Council, they would face the challenges of the cosmos, united in their quest for peace and survival.